You're watching Football Daily, and here's our list of the 10 most skillful players of all time. 10. Kerlon. You probably won't remember Kerlon until we remind you that he's the player who produced the infamous seal dribble, where he bounced the ball on his head whilst running. Many saw the skills as a piss-taking act of humiliation, and defenders would often lash out in anger in an illegal attempt to stop him by any means necessary. Diego Rocha Coelho was one such player. The fullback opted to land a vicious elbow that sparked a mass brawl and saw him banned for 4 months. Nevertheless, Kerlon still goes down amongst the most legendary tricksters ever to grace the pitch. 9. Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff was a revolutionary of the time, gliding past vicious tackles on a surface that resembled a World War II battlefield with consummate ease. The 3-time Ballon d'Or winner had no problem embarrassing defenders, so much so that Franz Beckenbauer named him the greatest he had ever played against. The inventor of the now famous Cruyff turn, his ability on the ball was unrivaled, and many still claim him to be the greatest innovator in the history of the game. 8. Garrincha. The number 8 slot was so close between Pelé and Garrincha that we were sweating, but in the end it just had to be the greatest dribbler in history, Garrincha. Despite having a bone disfigurement that meant his left foot pointed inwards and his right outwards, he became Brazil's golden boy and never lost a game when playing on the same field as the great Pelé. During one game, he is said to have embarrassed one defender so badly that the player fell on the floor in tears. Instead of carrying on, Garrincha dribbled back, picked him up, and dribbled past him again. 7. JJ Okocha. So good they named him twice, you're probably thinking, how the hell has the Nigerian snuck in ahead of one of Brazil's greatest ever footballers? Well, this list is about more than just dribbling ability. We want flair, audacity, and jaw-dropping, unnecessary skills. And not many players meet those barometers quite as well as JJ Okocha, who became known for making the football pitch into his own playground, full of rainbow flicks, step-overs, and rabonas. The Super Eagle was thrown into the spotlight after humiliating Germany's best goalkeeper Oliver Kahn for Eintracht Frankfurt in 1993, but he really made his name in the Premier League and went on to become one of Bolton's most iconic players. 6. Lionel Messi. Some say Messi isn't the most skillful player, just the best balanced, and like Diego Maradona, is so good that he doesn't need to show off with unnecessary skills. This might well be true, but his dribbling ability is so unique and his mastery of a football so incredible that it would be unthinkable not to include the Argentine magician. His brain-boggling close control has left many defenders in tears, and in the 2014-15 season, he completed a quite frankly insane 258 successful dribbles. 5. Neymar. Sneaking in ahead of the master is his Brazilian protege and future Ballon d'Or winner Neymar. Yes, he might not have the freakish magnetic ball control of Messi, but like Okocha, his daring and outlandish audacity mean we just love to watch his skills. From rainbow flicks to back heel ball control, there's no doubt that Brazilian flair flows through Neymar's veins, and has done since he blew the Brazilian league apart when playing for Santos. His party tricks have now crossed continents and have found a home at Cirque du Camp Nou, where many believe that Neymar will one day become the greatest Brazilian to have ever donned the famous blue and red shirt. 4. Ronaldo. Il Fenomeno was known as the deadliest finisher of his generation, but many forget his ability on the ball was also unrivaled at the time. With pace and vision to match his deadly striking, Ronaldo's use of step-overs and elasticos to confuse central defenders and goalkeepers truly was a sight to behold. Despite twice snapping his ACL, an injury that would have ended most players' careers, he still won a World Cup and humiliated Manchester United at Old Trafford so badly that the crowd gave him a standing ovation. 3. Zinedine Zidane. Never has there been a player with the grace and touch of Zizou, who seemingly had the ability to waltz past players without breaking a sweat. Renowned for his first touch and double drag back, the great Frenchman wowed fans of Real Madrid in one of the greatest sides ever assembled on a football field. Most famous for his Cruyff turn first touch, Zizou might not have been over the top like many of the Brazilians on this list, but that doesn't make his skills any less special. 2. Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese superstar arrived in Manchester as a cocky teenager, whose lightning-fast feet were often too quick for his own brain. But after years of extra practice and weighted training sessions, CR7 had developed those same feet into some of the most skillful and deadly ever to kick a ball. Inventor of the Ronaldo chop and master of the high-speed step-over, the Madrid maestro has produced skills with every part of the body. From back passes to bum control, if it's possible, he will have done it. With age, his speed and risk-taking have subsided, and his maturity has allowed his decision-making to grow. But to most, Cristiano will always be known as the step-over king. 1. Ronaldinho. At number 1, it had to be the samba superstar Ronaldinho, who was never happier than when juggling a ball in front of 100,000 screaming Catalonian fans. From elasticos to round the worlds and nutmegs to rabonas, you name it, and the buck-toothed Brazilian has embarrassed a defender with it. After arriving in Europe from Gremio, he first wowed Paris before making eyes pop in Barcelona and Milan with his mystifying mastery of the game. Never has there been a footballer who played with such enjoyment and fun, and because of that, Ronaldinho is our number 1.
So those were our most skillful players, but who are your favourites at home? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, check out yesterday's viral footy news, where we look at why Messi v Ronaldo has caused a murder. And as ever, don't forget to like and subscribe.